Good morning, hello, and welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show live here on Backchannel, the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. If you would like to get involved in the show this morning, the command to give to your device, if you are watching on an Echo show, is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. Within reason, we're a breakfast show, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type hello in there and get involved with the show that way. My name is Hayley Ellis. This is Allyson June Smith.
Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday.
It is, Allyson. It's the 22nd of December. Getting closer.
I said that more for my own knowledge. Today is Wednesday.
So, if you're not a regular listener of the show, Allyson is from Ontario, Calgary. Have I got that right?
Almost. Alberta. That's okay.
Alberta,
Calgary.
To purposely do it just to wind her up. 1988 Olympics, and she's flew back home for Canada for Christmas. So she's in her parents' basement currently. Don't worry, they know about it. They know she's there. So it's what time is it in the morning?
Right now it's 4 a.m. I'm at 4 a.m. Yeah.
4 a.m. There you go. So if you're joining us, I know it's 6 a.m. in the States. Let us know why you're up. We know why Alyson's up because we're doing a show. We know why I'm up. I'm based in the UK. But why are you up? Also, by the way, if you'd like to leave us a review, I know it's quite early. We've not done a show yet. But if you are listening and you're a regular listener of the show, you can leave a review now by going to www.backchannel.tv and hitting the leave a review button on there. Or you can also leave suggestions of what you'd like us to talk about on different segments.
Oh, yeah, we would love to hear from you. That way we know we're giving you content that you are interested in. So please do give us a review. Reach out.
There you go. It is December the 22nd today. And famous birthdays, celebrity birthdays. It's Meghan Trainor's birthday. She's all about that bass. She doesn't like it. If you put music on, hey, turn the bass up. She's 28 today. Only 28, Meghan Trainor. Ralph Fiennes, the actor, is 59 today. And UK celebrity Noel Edmonds is 73. You probably don't know who he is if you're listening in the US. And that is a good thing. Anyway, on this day, Allyson, did you know on this very day, but in the year 2000, Castaway was released?
Oh, good old Castaway. 2000. In Y2K, they made Castaway. Isn't that the Y2K?
It's a little lyric there, Ali. Oh, look at Y2K. They made Castaway. Yeah, they did. And also today, if you are listening, it's National Nut Bread Day. Of course it is. Do we need a national day for nut bread? Yes, we do. And today is that day. So if you were thinking, do you know what? I fancy some nut bread. Today's the day. Not if you've got a nut allergy, though. Don't risk it. Don't
do that. And there's all sorts of nut breads out there, right? You could do a banana bread with walnuts. You could do... That's all I got. But there are lots.
That's what she's got. End of segment. There we go. So let us know if you're celebrating National Nut Day. I'm sure there is no one. And also, it's just been announced that Drag Race UK versus the world is going to be happening. Allyson, you're a big Drag Race fan. Can you expand on that?
Well, I would like to, but I did not read the article. All I know is that this is very exciting news, everyone. And it won't reload. So no, Hayley, you fill in the people and I'll jump in and add in what I think there.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, we're a professional outlet on the Hayley and Allyson show. RuPaul basically, they've announced that they're doing a RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the world. We don't stand a chance in the UK. We're versus the world. It's been touted as the Olympics of drag, but it's about to go global for the first time. So Alyson's a huge RuPaul Drag Race fan. Producer Will, I believe, is also. Producer Will, can you expand on this story?
I like how they called it. I like how they called it the Olympics of Drag Race, and not me personally. If I was that journalist, I would have called it the Eurovision of Drag Race.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
exactly. But think of it as like somebody just tuned out after I said the Eurovision of Drag Race, but I thought that was really clever. Think of it as like All Star. You know, they have All Stars where like all the previous winners come back to compete against one another, but it's that, but just for all of the winners of all of the like country ones. So like the Canadian one and the UK one and the US one and the German one.
So Brooklyn Heights will be in it probably, would be my guess.
Yeah, sure.
That's a Canadian one, yeah.
Whoever it was from the UK. Yeah, so everybody's very excited because you know what? Who doesn't need more Drag Race spin-offs?
It
I
is
mean,
a joy.
it would be the Vivian. I bet you the Vivian will be the UK's
I hope
representative.
so. Vivian was my favorite.
Haley's
There
just
we
like,
go.
these
'cause
are
she's from
words that you're
Leeds.
saying.
I have no clue. My friend the other day, she was like, "Oh, I'm on the train with people from RuPaul's Drag Race." I was like, I feel like a nana. I'm like, I have no idea what that means.
It's
But I know
really
it's very
good.
popular and it brings a lot of joy into everyone's lives. So good. Thanks, producer Will.
Thank you, Will.
Yes, there you go. And it is December the 22nd today. Tomorrow is our penultimate or final. Penultimate's today, isn't it? Final Christmas-based show before the big C-Day. So we'll be talking all things Christmassy tomorrow. But coming up in today's show, we're here for the next 2 hours until 8 a.m. Allyson, do the background jingle.
Dun, dun,
Coming up
dun,
in today's show, we are going to be doing the news stories from
dun,
around the world that are a little bit fun or a little bit different. We're going to be doing our one-star movie review game where we take a movie, a Christmas one today, that has been panned by people online. But what is the movie? We'd love you to guess. We're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section where myself and Allyson try and solve your problems. And we are going to be revealing another celebrity behind our advent calendar door. But who is it? That's all coming up in the next 2 hours on the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will.
na, 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 na.
Dun, dun,
Hayley,
dun.
you're getting so good at talking through my background muttering.
Yeah, I did I took some tips from your parents. I spoke to them last night. It's like, how do you ignore it? How do you ignore it?
When she starts doing this, how do you do this? Yeah, she.
Allyson was telling us pre-show, but I'm going to make you talk about it again, Allyson, because it amused me. So Allison's, like I say, she's back in Canada at the minute. She's in her parents' basement. She's isolating because of the old Rona. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's sweeping the nation. Very popular now in the UK. But she's isolating until she goes and sees her parents, because your parents are in their 80s. You don't want to put them at risk. So she's being very sensible. But your parents were having a bit of a party upstairs last night, weren't they?
Yeah, so they have it's a North American style house, so the basement is the same size as the upstairs. So I'm isolating downstairs. I'm said no, 48 hours, 72 hours, we're cutting off just so I could be sure. And last night my parents had a few drinks and my mom kept calling me on my cell phone and being like, "What's going on down there? We're having a great time up here. It must be real boring by yourself down there. Why don't you just come up? Just come up." And I was like, "No, mom, this is why drunk people shouldn't be allowed to interact, and just because they have no sense of cause. They're just caution the wind. Let's do it. Come on up and party with your dad and I." I was like,
I love how they're big ravers. They're like big into their parties. They sound great. They sound loads of fun.
Well, but their idea of party is drinking wine on the couch and then going, oh, look at what's on the news. They don't turn the TV off. That's the other thing too. They keep the news on all the time. And I'm like, it's hard to create a party vibe when it's like, and the mounting, like it's just all the time.
The corona stats. I was in a green room. So myself and Allyson are stand-up comics in the UK usually. And I was in a green room the other day, and pre-show, just before I was about to go on stage, you need to like pep yourself up a bit for Christmas gigs because they're quite rowdy. And the person I was in the green room with was reading stats about corona, and it really didn't get me in the mood. It's like, well, there you go. I mean, there are a lot of people in hospital now, and you can see that 15% of the population now have it, and they could pass it on to an elderly relative at Christmas. Anyway, have a good show. I'm like, what? So that was a real joy. I'll tell you who that was, Allyson, off air later. But you can probably guess. But yeah, we've got loads coming up. We're going to be doing the news stories very, very shortly. And I forgot to mention, we're going to be doing a game of competitive, true or false. Competitive because I make it that way. But you're going to actually be seeing the family today, aren't you? You're out of isolation. You're going to be seeing them later.
I am. I'm going to go upstairs and join the party is what's happening. She's like, I've got you Prosecco like you like. I was like, okay, great. So today will be my first interaction with the folks. However, I'm still going to bed at I went to bed at 8 last night, 8 p.m. I went to bed
wow.
to be able to get up at 2. So it'll be like a real quick party, guys. And then I got to go to bed.
They can turn the TV up. You can still listen to the stats through the floor. We should have your parents on the show one morning. I think that would be a delight.
Oh, but
who is that? It's like a really bad FaceTime.
They're up at 4 a.m. You think they're up at 4 a.m. They don't get up till 1 or 2. They're busy partying at night. They might still be up, actually. That's the last thing we need is my parents coming down the stairs drunk. Is this your job? It was. Anyway.
Let me have a look and see if I can see the people of the US. We're going to be talking about the news stories now shortly. Although if you have a question for Allison's parents, then let us know. maybe we can ask them. What are their names again? We've got Vicky and
Alec.
Vicky and Alec. There you go. We can be talking to him. Excuse me for a moment, because I'm in a hot cottage currently in Lancaster area of the UK, and my Wi-Fi isn't great. Trying to currently bring up a story that you might be interested in about a giant millipede. Why wouldn't you be interested in that, people?
I can get going on that one. So this has been okay. So here on the Hayley and Ellis Morning Show, also, we don't like to do regular news stories. Okay, what we do, we find some interesting, some happy, some lighter. We want you to know the other things that are going on in the world, because, you know, my parents keep me informed of all the tragic stuff. So we've decided we're going to do some different articles. So today, what we found is there has been a giant millipede fossil found across northern England. So it is a 326 million year old fossil, and it was found by accident.
Do you remember when that was around? 326 million years?
I did. I used to love feeding the giant millipedes. That, as a child, I would go down to the river. And while I was doing the washing by hand on the stove, I would feed the giant millipedes. It was lovely.
326 million years ago, yeah.
Yeah. I was doing laundry then, too. We had clothes then, I guess. I actually invented clothes, everyone. So the fossil was found by fluke when a section of a cliff fell off at Howick Beach in Northumberland, and it was discovered by a former PhD student. So the student was like, "Hang on, this looks like a millipede," because they thought that they existed, but this fossil has kind of confirmed it. And I mean, these millipedes were massive.
I don't know if producer Will, we can get a picture up of the millipede for people who are watching on an Echo show, just have a little nosy at, because it is huge. You could have rode one of these millipedes to school. They could have got, instead of having a school bus, they could have all got on the back of this millipede.
Just rode it. That's what we did do, actually. We used to get on the millipedes and ride them. The specimen size. Hayley's really getting a tickle out of this one.
I don't know. Any joke that involves me calling Allyson old and Allyson really going with it really amuses me. There it is.
There we go. We've got a recreated picture of the size of the millipede. So it was 76 centimeters in length. This is just the specimen size. So 76 centimeters in length. Width was 36 centimeters. There we go. That's a picture of the actual fossil. And then it was 2,736 centimeters, they believe, in length. So the estimated animal length was about 1.9 to 2.6 meters in length. So big.
Yeah, big fossil, 326 million years old. Allyson remembers him the first time around, and it's nice to have a memory from your past that resurface, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. You know, it makes me think of the good old days. Life was simpler then. Life was simpler. All you had to do was avoid getting eaten by the millipedes, and it was fine. Everything was fine.
We are talking the news story, slightly delirious. You know what? It's nearly Christmas. Let's have a laugh.
You can't laugh at it. What are you going to do? Cry.
What you gonna do?
4 coffees and a cry. That's how Hayley likes to start her morning.
I do. How do you start your morning, Hayley? Do you go for a run? No, I have 4 coffees and a little bit of a cry.
We'll cry.
And then I feel ready. Ready to cry now. But no, I'm not, because we've got another story, and this is amazing, this story. So this is a woman from Tennessee. I didn't realize this was a thing, but she's a San Francisco woman originally, who put a single bobby pin. So, do you know, like a hairpin? She put one of them up for trade on Craigslist in May 2020. Sorry, 2020. Yeah. And it took her 28 exchanges. So she exchanged that bobby pin for something else. She exchanged that for something else. And it took her about a year and a half to trade up to a Tennessee home. She traded a hairpin for a home in a year and a half. Now, her name's Demi Skipper. She's only 30. She's chronicled her Trade Me project on TikTok. Of course she has. We're all big on TikTok these days, except me and Allyson. What's a TikTok? Yeah. But she said she was inspired by Kyle McDonald, who executed a similar project in 2006 that began with a red paperclip and ended up with a house. So she said some of her followers began to lose faith when she traded 3 tractors. How she's managed to get 3 tractors from a hairpin anyway, for a Chipotle celebrity card, and that entitles a holder to free food from the chain. But she managed to exchange the card for a $40,000 solar-powered trailer. Madness. Now she's
Who
got a
wants
home.
Chipotle that much?
Yeah,
Who's
they're
like,
like,
I just love Chipotle. I need some Chipotle.
"Well, you know
Here is
what?
my trailer.
Having a roof over my family's head doesn't matter when there's a free food card." But yeah, so she's managed, and now she's got a home. She said her and her husband are planning to relocate to Tennessee in January to renovate their home. But she said her trading days aren't over, and this is a lovely part to the story. She's planning to do the same project all over again, but she wants to donate the next house, if she manages to get one, to a person who needs it with no mortgage, no rental. So that's a nice thing to do. But man,
Aw.
a bobby pin. I mean,
I kind of want to take on this challenge. Wouldn't you
I
love to
just don't
trade
think.
up to a
I think we should try it with you, Alison. I don't think you'd have a bobby pin in the year 2021, and the year 2030 you'd still have a bobby pin. You'd be like, no one wants to take this pin.
Look at, I got 4 houses in my hair right now, ready to go. Everyone, I got 4 houses right
It
here.
made 28 times. She made 28 trades from a bobby pin up to a house, which is just unreal. I've not got the sales skills for that. I just couldn't do it.
I don't
Would
even
you?
know, like, where do you go? Is it like Facebook trading, or is it like, is there a trade
It's on
site you go to?
Craigslist. I mean, the only time I ever hear of Craigslist really is on crime shows. They met from Craigslist. It's never good, but
It's
it can be because, sorry, Craigslist, if you're listening, it can be good because Craigslist, obviously, and she's doing that for good now. She's going to get a home for someone who's, needs it and not going to charge them any rent and stuff. So maybe we should go on Craigslist and try and trade. What can we trade, Ali? What have you got in your parents' basement we could trade?
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I've got a VHS player. I've got several VHSs. I've got 3 fans. None of them work. I've got I've got an old record player. Oh, I've got a
Ooh.
great 70s looking lamp. I should grab it.
Okay.
Do you want me? Do you
Yeah,
want me to get the
go and
lamp? So
grab
you
the
can see the
lamp.
lamp.
Let's see
Okay,
what we
hang
can
on.
get. Listen, if you're watching and would love a lovely 70s style lamp, I mean, you do have to go to Calgary, Alberta to get it. But here we go. I can actually hear her unplugging it. Here we
Here we
go.
go.
Oh, wow. Wow, the Emerald City is alive and well. That is
Crystal bottom, everyone here.
wow.
Right there.
Yeah, that is quite spectacular. If you just tuned
This
in,
is worth a
Alison.
house in Tennessee, I'd say.
Yeah, Alison's just shown us a lamp that's in her parents' basement. I've never seen anything like it, and I probably never will again.
Guess what you're getting for Christmas.
I really hope not, because that is horrific. But there you go. We're just talking about the story about a woman who's traded on Craigslist a bobby pin, and she's managed to trade it for a house in 28 exchanges.
Amazing.
Madness, but brilliant story. So we're going to trade a lamp from Alison's home in Calgary, Alberta. Maybe we can get a home. Who knows?
I bet you someone would want that. That's one of those kitschy kind of. I bet you someone's like, "That's the lamp I need to complete my set." I'm sure there is someone.
I don't think anyone was looking at that lamp going, "I need that in my life."
Well, you never know.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe the Riddler. Maybe goes with his color scheme. But Alison, have you seen any news stories that have piqued your attention this morning?
Why, yes, I have, Hayley. In North Carolina, and we had a segment, I think a couple weeks ago, about deer. So deer have been breaking into random homes and houses. Deer, it's a bad year for deer. Yeah, the deer are really on the prowl, apparently. So a deer broke into a county house, courthouse in North Carolina. It smashed through the window and jumped in, and then but don't worry, everyone. The the cops wrestled it to the ground and safely got it back outside, and it was fine. They joked about charging it. Yeah, very funny. We're gonna charge it with break and entering. Yeah, but yeah, basically this deer just busted on in, and they had to like wrestle him to the ground and then release them back out. But yeah, deer have been busting into a lot of things lately.
I don't know what's going on. That they're sort of running a crime spree in the States at the minute, deer. I love.
Do you know more people? Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I always think it's magical when I see a deer. I mean, I wouldn't want it smashing through my front window. It wouldn't be as magical then. But sometimes on the motorway when we're driving home from gigs, I see a deer on the side. I get all emotional. I'm like, oh, look at its beautiful face.
Oh. More people per year get injured by deer. Just a happy little note, everyone. More people get injured by deer in a year than bears or cougars or any other sort of wild animal, because people, that's exactly it. They're like, "Oh, Bambi." And what people fail to realize is deer, their back legs, their back hind legs, that's their main defense. So if a deer kicks you, I mean, your chest is done. They're incredibly strong, these deer. And I had a math high school teacher. This is a great little story. And he was driving down a highway. It was late at night. Deer came out. He stopped, right? He was like, "Oh, you poor deer." He was like, "Whew, almost had a collision. Thank God that didn't happen." The deer turned, looked at the car, charged the car, jumped on the hood, stomped through the hood of the car, smashed the windshield, and then ran off.
Oh, it's like a Disney film, isn't it?
Literally destroyed his car. He was like, "Oh, you poor little deer. Keep her going." And the deer was like, "You will rue the
I'm
day."
coming for
And
you.
destroyed his car and then ran off. Yeah. Yeah. Deer.
Oh, well, that's changed my opinion. I won't pull
Just
over if I see
saying.
one. Just
No,
saying.
don't, Hayley, don't.
They're so beautiful. They get a little bit, mind you, it's probably because I'm emotional because I'm driving at 3 a.m. back from a gig in Hartlepool where they threw stuff at me. So maybe that's why.
Very emotional, very emotional. Maybe I'll go live in the wild with the deer.
We're talking the news stories this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you've seen a news story that you would like us to mention on the show, then let us know. We are here for them as well. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type it in there. Also, now, if you would like to leave a review for the Hayley and Allyson show, you're enjoying us here on Backchannel, then if you go to www.backchannel.tv, you can hit the leave a review button and you can send us your thoughts and suggestions as well on the show. So please do that. It would be very nice of you to do so. I don't know why I'm speaking like I'm speaking like a stereotypical English person. But there we go. News stories we are talking this morning. We did a news story a couple of weeks ago now about a stolen bridge because, of course, you're out looking for things to steal, and a bridge just seems like the easy option. Well, they've actually found it, Allyson. So in Akron, Ohio, a 58-foot long pedestrian bridge was stolen last month. It's now been found, and a man is facing charges. What are you in for, mate? Murder. What are you in for? I stole a bridge. Akron police said investigators acted on tips and other information, and Friday afternoon they found the missing bridge partially disassembled in a property in Sharon Township. I mean, I don't know why. Imagine, why have you got a bridge in your back garden?
Who knows? He's a farmer. He could just be like, "It's good wood. I'm going to use that wood for something." You know, people recycle bits. Because here's the thing: they took it. This guy hired. If you look in hired a transport company to transport the bridge. So he has illegally, yet legally, gone through all the procedure, involved other people, hired them to cranes and everything to move this bridge. So I'm going to say I think it was that government's fault for just leaving a bridge out and about. We're just going to leave no signs. Don't take this bridge. There was no signs.
Please don't take this bridge. Should you have to have signs on things? Don't take. It's like saying go into the Eiffel Tower and put a sign on. Please don't take the Eiffel Tower.
Please don't.
You don't need
this is not yours.
Surely.
Don't take it. Yeah. But people do that. They, especially in deserted farm areas, because where I live, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, it's surrounding us. We're a city, but surrounding us is mainly farmland. It's mainly farms. It's a lot of farming communities, and so a lot of people go into abandoned farmhouses and look for things to take from there that might be of value, and then upscale it, resell it, take wood, make things out of it. It's a big market here. People will take, because they're like, well, nobody wants it. Although these properties do actually belong to people, but people will go into abandoned farmhouses, take things. So I'm sure this guy was like, well, if this bridge has been here for a while, I'm just gonna take this bridge. But now the guy's getting charged. He's in trouble. Don't steal bridges, everyone. That's what we want to tell you on Wednesdays. Don't steal bridges.
Yeah, it's like a bridge to troubled waters. That's what's happened.
Don't go chasing waterfalls and don't go stealing bridges. I'm just saying.
we're just saying. This is the Hayley and Allyson show here till 8 a.m. Coming up very shortly is the 1-star film review, a staple here on the Hayley and Allyson show, which Allyson really enjoys. We're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section. We're going to be looking at another celebrity behind our advent calendar door. We're going to be talking about the most streamed Christmas songs of 2020. Did you do Spotify Unwrapped this year, Allyson, to find out what you've been listening to the most?
I did.
What was on there?
This year it was a big Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande year for me,
Oh,
apparently.
okay.
I was not expecting that, but yeah, Ariana Grande, for some reason this year, I really got into some of her stuff. I didn't even know that, but apparently Spotify's like, just so you know, Ariana, she's your jam this year. And then, of course, some random horrible hip hop music
Okay,
things.
yeah. Mine was pretty much as I expected. There was the odd stinker in there that I tried to cover up by listening to other songs. But they still got into it. There was a UK band called Wet 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 that were around in the 80s. I was listening to one of their songs quite a lot this year.
Do they? I feel it in your fingers. I feel it in your toes. Is that Wet Wet Wet?
No, that's called Pins and Needles in Your Hands. No, that is Wet Wet Wet. That was Wet Wet Wet, but it wasn't that song I was listening to, Allyson. It was one called Sweet Little Mystery. If you want to listen to that, absolute banger. But you don't want it showing up in your top 10. That's
It's
all I'm saying.
embarrassing. It's one of those. It's like Cisco Thong Song. You don't, which is often on my list of top list. It's a catchy tune, everyone. I'm not into thongs. I don't want to endorse them, but that song is so catchy. Cisco just gets me every time.
It's such a beautiful song, the way he speaks about the underwear. But yeah, mine wasn't mine. And I had the odd child song in there where I try and distract my daughter by putting a song on. So
what
they
are your
were in
kids?
there.
Yeah, what is your kids' favorite songs? What's
well,
on the
obviously
list?
up there is Baby Shark, isn't it?
Oh, don't even. We can't. No, don't start.
No,
it.
we're not
Don't
going to talk
start
about that. But also, she does like Disney, and I tell you which one she loves, and I absolutely love that as well. Moana, the I'm not going to sing it because it's Disney, and we'll get done for that. But yeah, there's a Moana song.
What's it called?
How Far I'll Go, and she absolutely loves that. She'll stand
I'm going
there.
to learn it. So the first time I meet your daughter, I'll just break into it, and she'll be like,
she'll start crying because you know you're not Moana. But yeah, there we go. We're going to be talking about the most streamed Christmas songs out later in the show. If you want to let us know what your Christmas classic is, then get involved. But now it is time for our first interactive game of the show. It's the 1-star review game. Myself and Allyson are going to be reading out reviews that people have given a Christmas film today 1 stars to. Doesn't mean it's a bad Christmas film because these people have panned Christmas classics in the past. But what is this film today? We're going to read out the reviews, Allyson, and give us a bit more information about how we will read the reviews, Ali.
So here's what we do. We read the reviews, but look, I want you to know these movies could be tremendous movies, okay? Just because this movie is getting a 1 star from people does not mean it is not a brilliant movie. It could be an Oscar-winning movie. It's just that these people who write reviews, our theory is, they're angry. They've got some negativity within them, and they don't have a lot of ways to channel it. So what they do is they write reviews about anything. I mean, we've done 1-star reviews on locations, TV shows, movies, various things. And so that's what this is. So these are angry people who have written reviews about movies. And so from these 1-star reviews, we want you to guess the movie. What Hayley and I also like to do, so you can really feel the venom and anger from these people, is we like to give each other motivation. So we create background stories for each review. So it's a different character, different read every single time for you, everyone. And please be sure to review that on backchannel.tv where you can leave a review. So Hayley, do you want to read the first review or would you like me to read the first review?
Okay, I will read the first one. Oh, hang on. Just
she likes to look at the length of all of them. This is her other thing that she does. Because you'd be surprised. Angry people, they go on for a while and they also don't like punctuation, is what we've learned over time. They really big fan of a run-on sentence.
Okay, I'll read the first one. How would you like me to read it, Allyson?
Okay, let's warm you up. Let's just warm you up, okay? Your name is Lucy, and you work. Oh, no, even better. You are a Christmas wrapper in a mall. I don't know if they have those in the UK, but they definitely have them in America. So it's a little stall set up in a busy shopping center. You are wrapping Christmas presents.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Here we go. That's the tape noise.
That's excellent tape.
I was indecisive with this movie as it seems to offer good things, but also rotten ones as well. Can you just get me the scissors, please, Brian? After watching it, I can surely say that this is a real stinker. First of all, you can't tell this is a movie happening between Christmas and New Year, and it's surely the worst movie that fails to catch the spirit of this special time. You can draw the same conclusion for the locations. It should have been an essential factor, but the differences between LA and English country life is badly handled. Thank you.
Hayley, I love your tape. Although if people didn't know it was tape, they might be questioning if the gift wrapper just had a bit too much fiber in the morning. Yeah, exactly. Merry Christmas. It was excellent. So Hayley, out of that, what do you think? Because I have to admit to you, this movie I've not seen.
Oh, I love it. So I will point out the clues, Allyson. Yeah. Happily, one of my favourite Christmas Christmas movies. I haven't watched it yet, but always it's lovely. But anyway, this person has given it 1 star. Clues here, the differences between LA and English country life. It's a Christmas film set between New Year and Christmas. But what is the film? If you would like to make a guess already, the command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on a show, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type your answer in there. But Allyson, it is now time for you to read the second review.
Excellent. Okay. Hayley, what's my motivation?
Okay. You're a man called Harry.
Yeah.
You're in your 80s.
Okay.
You're climbing a ladder to put up some Christmas lights.
Okay.
But you're really struggling because you've got a bad back. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Is that enough information, Allyson?
Yeah, that's great. That's good. Here we go. Okay. I'm getting the character. Oh, this ladder. This film was the equivalent of being handed a nicely wrapped gift on my back, only to find a hideous jumper inside. The only good thing about this movie was I got to spend over 2 hours sitting down in a dark room on my back. The problem with this film is in the writing. Parts of the script didn't even make sense. I keep going up this ladder. When the driver who drops the actress off at the start of the film says, I'll have to drop you here. I can't drive any further. I can't turn the car around, etc. Later, the film shows 2 scenes where the car is parked outside her cottage. God, that upset me in my back.
Thank you, Allyson. Brilliant read there. And again, it's someone, just suspend your disbelief. It's a film. Does it matter if there were cars parked in the drive? Come on, it's a Christmas film.
These people need factual facts. They need factual, accurate,
I mean, this film involves a cottage. We know it's set between Christmas and New Year, between LA and an English country life. But what is the film? Get your guesses in right now. So the command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show and can see Alyson's poorly lit parents' basement and my shoddy background moving today. The command to give is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type a little answer in there. But now it is time for my time to read a 1-star review. Allyson, how would you like me to read this one?
All right. Hayley, your name is Betty. Mm-hmm. You are a headmaster at a school, or principal, as we would say in America. And so you're very stern. You're very strict. There you go.
Betty. Stern, strict. This is really pretty bad. It's a blatant attempt to do a Richard Curtis-style romantic comedy. Stop running in the halls. It has all of the tweeness, all of the schmaltz, all of the Englishness, but none of the charm. And quite importantly, there's no comedy. It's fairly amusing in a couple of places, but that's all you get. Thank you.
Hayley, I feel like as you went on in that read, you were really finding Betty.
I really did, Allyson. I feel like me and Betty are one now. But what is the film?
The film?
Apparently, they think it should be Richard Curtis-style comedy. It's not Richard Curtis, by the way. Lots of Englishness, but none of the charm. Fatally amusing. Is it a comedy? I don't know if it is. I think it's billed as a romantic comedy, but there you go. That's a little bit of a little bit of a clue there for you. Romantic comedy. Set between LA and England. But what is the film? It's a Christmas film. One of my favourites. Get involved. If you would like to make a guess, the command to give so is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show, or you can go to backchannel.tv TV and pop your answer in there. I don't know why I'm singing stuff now, Allyson.
I do like, because you're tired. The
That's
more
what
tired,
it is.
the more tired Hayley gets, the more she gets musical. So I think when we make Backchannel the musical, what we have to do is just deprive Hayley of sleep for like 2 weeks before our
I think
big.
that'll be happening anyway, mate. Baby doesn't sleep. But
My
there
daughter
you
doesn't sleep. Turn your chair around. That's what Hayley yelled at someone at a show the other day. I love her.
It really needs to sort their heads out. But yes, Allyson. So last review. I would like you to read this as a woman, Edna.
Oh, Edna. Yeah.
Yeah. She's asthmatic.
Yes. Yeah,
But
she is.
She's currently in the middle of an attack.
Okay.
Asthma attack. No, I'm joking. So she's asthmatic, but she's not in the middle of an asthma attack. She just gets out of breath quite easily.
Okay.
But also, she's on a seaside beach and she's eating chips, and seagulls are trying to get those chips from her hands as well. I hope that's enough information.
Yeah, that's good.
I tried to make it as easy as possible for you.
Here we go. Asthma, seagulls, chips. Okay. Get away from my chip. Seriously, it was like someone had spilled fondue over everything. It was that cheesy. It was also completely predictable and formulaic. I said no. In fact, it was actively cringing for most of the film. I thought the actor's character was excessively stupid for being in love for 3 years with a cardboard man that used her when he needed to and then ran back to his fiancée. Give me that chip. I'm not running after him. And to get over him, she decides all she needs is 2 weeks in LA. And he doesn't leave her alone. But she never outrightly tells him to leave her alone, which really got my goat. Because if she had the film, might have been worth the 920 I paid to waste 2 hours of my life on this dire atrocity. Where'd my chips go? My chips!
I love the way someone tuned in and out because they just realised, what have I dialed into? It's like, chips, where's my chips? Allyson, that was a brilliant read. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Such good. Listen, if you would like to hire Allyson, then if you've got any roles with women who are asthmatic with seagulls going for the chips, honestly, she's your woman for it.
I also play really good elderly gentleman roles.
Really good. Real convincing elderly man. But what is the film? Listen, there was loads of clues in that. LA. So she needs 2 weeks in LA. We know it also involves a cottage. We know it's a rom-com. We know it's set at Christmas. But what is the film? Get your guesses in before we give you the ultimate clues, which basically tell you what it is. The command to give to your device, if you'd like to make a guess, is the word say. If you're watching on an Echo show, we could see Alyson's brilliant acting then. Or go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type your answer in there. What is the film? It stars, here we go, Jude Law.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite. I told you I met him, haven't I, Allyson?
I did. You've met Jude Law?
Because I was an extra in the film Alfie, which he was in the remake of, not the original, not of your era, but yeah, he remade Alfie, and I was an extra in it. And I say met, I looked at him from afar.
I was going to say, was he nice? But okay, you didn't.
No, I seen the way he interacted with staff though, and he seemed very nice and polite. So there you go.
Oh, that makes me happy to hear that.
This film stars Jude Law, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, and Jack Black. Come on, what is the film? It was released in 2006. It gets 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb. And after the release of this movie, British police had to release a statement about the dangers of house swapping. But what is the film? If you'd like to make a guess, the command to give to your device is the word say. if you are watching on an Echo show, or you can go to backchannel.tv and you can type your guess in there.
I think it's really funny that after the release of this movie, British police had to release a statement about the dangers of house swapping. Yet, when they made the reality show Wife Swap, no problems there. No problems there. You guys do that as much as you want, but when it comes to trading your houses, really think about it. Wives, they just, just trade them up. Trade them up.
Fine, that's fine. Oh, Wife Swap. What
I started with a paperclip, and now I have a wife. Okay.
That's a little callback there to an earlier
Hey.
story. Hey, she's good, is our Allyson. But yes, what is the film? If you think you know, this film is something that a lot of us, when they want a break from work, will go on a, what is the film though? Could we make it easier? I don't think we could.
It's not a staycation. You didn't go on a staycation.
No.
You also didn't go on a vacation. But what did you go on?
What did you go on? And also, around this time of year in the US, you call them happy. What is it?
Hey.
What is the film? I literally couldn't help you anymore. We couldn't. The command to give you advice is the word say. We're going to give you 5 more seconds to get the answer in, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your answer in there. And let's just read out the synopsis if you didn't know it already. 2 women troubled with guy problems swap homes in each other's countries, where they meet a local guy and fall in love. One of my favorite Christmas films. It's just really, it is cheesy, let's be honest, but
this sounds like exactly what Vicky would be into. My mother, she loves this time of year because she's like, there's always just so many beautiful Christmas films on, and it's always about love, and someone's there's lost, and then anyway, so this I might recommend that we throw this sucker on one day, me and my mom, and give it a
Vicky
little
would
watch.
love it. And do you know what, Allyson, I don't think you'd mind it. It's quite a nice film, heartwarming.
I really enjoyed Jack Black, to be honest with you. I'm big. He always makes me chuckle. He really does. Yeah.
Well, there you go. But what is the film? Listen, we'll just reveal it because we couldn't make it easier. The film is, Allyson,
The Holiday. Yes, that's right.
Of course, it was The Holiday, where Cameron Diaz trades her home in LA with Kate Winslet in the UK, who lives in a very quaint cottage. Of course she does. She is English and she's from the UK. But Cameron Diaz's home is this big, massive home in LA. She's got a load of money and it's like got a pool, got these big sofas. Have you ever gone to an Airbnb, Allyson? Do you stay in them often?
Yeah, actually, when I went to visit my friend in LA, me and another girlfriend, we got an Airbnb in LA. It was lovely, a nice, like, fancy apartment with a pool downstairs. It was wonderful. I had a lovely time. Yeah.
We stayed when we were doing our road trip across the States. We stayed in someone's, and it was like it's like a little shed, but it was really nice. So it's like a home outside his home. So his house, his house was there, and he had a little sort of granny flat, we'd call them in the UK, at the side. What would you call them over there?
A mother-in-law suite, or like a little tiny
suite. Yeah, and it was at the side, and it was like really, it had a toilet in their bathroom, obviously, and things like that. And it was really lovely. Never had a bad experience. Although I say that, we were meant to stay somewhere the other week on Airbnb, and they cancelled on the day as we arrived. So that wasn't great.
I didn't know that was allowed. Like, you should get in trouble for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, to be fair, they'd had a flood in the place.
Gotcha.
So there wasn't a lot they could do unless we needed canoes to get from room to room. It probably wouldn't have been the best vacation. But there we go. We are going to be talking agony auntie problems very shortly. So if you do have a problem you'd like us to solve today before the Christmas period, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Also coming up, we're going to be having a competitive game of true or false, where myself and Allyson go head to head with your help. And I'm going to be revealing door number 16 of our advent calendar today. Behind our virtual door is a virtual celebrity, because we can't afford to get a real one on the show. But we may get Alyson's parents on later on in the.
And they are celebrities. I'll just be like, Mom, come downstairs. I need you to come downstairs. You'll get my mother still in her pajamas.
Yeah, don't tell her the webcam's on. She'll be like, what's this? Who is this? But there we go. But now, Allyson, it is time for our agony auntie section. Do the jingle.
We're your aunties. We love problems. Share them with us. We will solve them.
There you go.
I've never sang that jingle before, everyone. That was
unexpected for me. Let me just press play on that jingle again.
We are aunties. We solve your problem. Share them with us. We know you got them. Kind
You'd
of
actually
changes. It
forgot.
changes
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
every time.
It
Yeah. The
changes
first
when
one
she
was better.
forgets. But yes, we are going to try and solve your problems. Listen, here's a quick disclaimer. We're not trained therapists. I know it might be surprising because some people don't really think we have any skills or talents at all, according to people's blogs in the UK. But listen, we will attempt to solve your problems. People have been getting in touch with their problems. So we're going to read them out and have a little chat about them. And the first one is from Dave from Colorado. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. And they say, what's the most polite way to ask my colleague to stop passing wind in our shared office? Allyson.
Okay. Okay. Dave, my first thoughts are, is your colleague shy about it or do they just let her rip? Because I mean, if they're being shy about it, if it's like they're discreetly doing it, but you're like the scent, you could just say, I've been wondering, do you think there's something wrong with the pipes in the bathroom? Because we're getting a lot of sewage smell in here. So you could just like delicately beat around the bush. Have you noticed a stink in the office? You could do that discreetly. If they have no problem just letting her rip, if they're just like letting her fly all the time, you could just say, hey, no offense, it's a little off-putting. Maybe you could go out in the hall and let her rip. Is it loud? Is it quiet? Like I need to know a bit more on how to deal with this.
I never
Are they
thought
silent
we'd
but
hear-
violent, or are they?
I never thought we'd be asking for more information on a colleague passing wind. What you could do maybe is every time they do pass wind is you get a can of air freshener out of your drawer and start spraying it.
Yes.
I mean, that would make it obvious. You could
you
wear a
imagine they're
gas
like,
mask. You could wear a gas mask.
gas mask. Excellent.
Make it real
Hayley.
subtle, real subtle.
Show up with a gas mask. This has nothing to do with the virus, just so you know, Frank.
Just so you know.
This is for you.
This is for you, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nice, is it, when you're sitting next to someone? I used to sit next to someone who'd bite their nails and then be like spitting them out, and you're like, oh, this is not a working environment, is it? It's not hygienic. I mean, you say you work in an office. I'm really glad. I'm glad you don't work in like somewhere with food hygiene issues. But yeah, I mean, you could maybe just say, like Alyson's, if they are bragging about it, because I've worked with some certain male colleagues who will go, oh, did you hear that? Or like, Elf, did you hear that? Yes, everyone did.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard it. I did.
Yeah.
I heard it. That's great.
Failing that, get your boss to have a word with him because it is a HR issue.
That is an HR issue, to be honest with you. However, maybe you have to approach it because maybe they have a medical condition, right? Let's think about that as well. So maybe you could approach it. Hey, I'm just wondering, I noticed that you have a lot of flatulence. Is there a medical condition that you have? Because if not, will you stop? Because if not, I need you to stop. But if you do, that's fine.
If you do, that's absolutely fine. I will be relocating to another desk on the far side.
Get an oil diffuser that gives off nice scents in the office. Well, you could get one of those that constantly, I mean, you got two choices. Either you confront, you mask the scent, or, it's...
Who's burning incense in the office? Oh, it's Teresa because Dave keeps passing wind.
Oh, yeah, Teresa is... Get her some more... Get her Nag Champa for Christmas. She's going to want to burn that incense. It's a very popular incense, Nag Champa. It covers up the smell of everything, everyone.
Oh, there we go.
But the diffusers are nice too. I'm not even selling them. I'm just saying. So yeah, Dave, that's
just put code Allyson 20 in. No, I'm joking. She's joking. Yeah, I mean, Dave. I mean, what a problem to have. Also, around Christmas, let's hope it's not just because they're eating sprouts constantly at this.
That would be
another problem not on the Hayley and Allyson show this morning. If you have a problem like Dave and would like to get in touch, or if you're the colleague and want to say, hang on, actually, I do have a medical condition, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and get involved that way. But now it is time for another problem, Allyson, and this is from Olivia in Wisconsin.
Olivia.
Good morning, Olivia. And they say, I've just started a new job, and on my first day, I really embarrassed myself by walking at full force into a glass door.
Oh, I'll never get tired of seeing people do that. That's the best. Thanks for doing that for everyone, Olivia. Go on.
Oh, well, Allyson, she's very embarrassed about it. She
I
says,
know.
since then, people have made jokes and teased me about it, which is totally fine because it was quite funny. But how do I stop it from becoming a thing that's with me for the rest of my time at this job?
Okay,
Allyson.
Here's what I think, Olivia. You gotta turn your own mindset around right away. It is funny. Olivia, it happened. And what's the worst? What if you are the person that they tease about walking into the glass for the rest? There are a lot worse things you could be teased about. All right.
You could be teased about. Yeah, exactly,
Your
Allyson.
flatulence problem. Exactly. Right. You're not the one that people are like, oh, here comes Stinky. It's more just like, oh, look out for any pains. Hey, Olivia, look out for that door. It could be a lot worse. And Olivia, I think it's nice that right away you actually do have something that, look, it may have been an embarrassing moment, but what that moment has done was made everyone have some sort of an emotional attachment to you. And it's not a negative emotion. They are sharing in a funny moment that happened. I'm sorry that you were the one that walked into the glass. I hope you're okay. But if anything, I think you should just revel in the fact that, like, they've seen the silliness right away. There's no worry about people realizing your vulnerability. You've already walked into a pane of glass. It's done. Olivia, the worst part of working in that, it's over. You've already done the embarrassing thing right away. And you know what? If people get a chuckle out of it, I think you got to say, like, whatever. I mean, the other thing you could do, Olivia, is viciously start making fun of everyone else. But I don't recommend that necessarily. I think making friends and allowing yourself to be the butt of that joke. Hey, Olivia, start thinking of some jokes yourself that you could, hey, you better look out. Does anyone have any glass? Oh, hide that mirror. I might walk right into it. Just embrace it. I think the more you embrace it, the less they'll probably go on about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And also, these things do stick, unfortunately. But like I say, Allyson said, it's not a bad thing.
No.
It's embarrassing, but it's not bad. Like, for example, I've got a friend and his name is Beard, because when he was in his 20s, he had a little tiny beard. He hasn't had that beard for 20 years, yet people still call him Beard.
Call him
So,
Beard.
like, and they won't stop. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have a beard anymore. He doesn't talk about it, but it's just stuck. So, it's not a bad thing. Like Allyson says,
No.
you're embracing it. You're going with it, and it will maybe get not as bad later on when someone else
I'm
does
sure.
something in the office,
Yeah.
such as has a meeting with HR, like Dave's colleague, then that will overtake the
We had a
gossip.
friend, it's not quite the same. They didn't, not walking into a thing of glass. Although, to Olivia, I've done that several times myself. I've also done the screen. Somebody has a screen on the door and you fail to
Mm.
see the screen, and then, like, your face really, I almost broke someone's screen door once. So, Olivia, you're not alone. But we had a friend who, I don't know if you remember Vanilla Ice, the trend where people were shaving
Oh, nicks
strips
into
into
their
their
eyebrow.
eyebrows. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had a friend who did that. We still to this day call him Vanilla Ice. We're like, hey, Ice is back. It's a brand new edition. Shaved his eyebrows. It's very fun. It's very
Yeah.
fun. So
And he's now 58. So, it's it sticks, unfortunately, but it's not a bad thing to stick. There could be much worse things, Olivia. And as Allyson said, just embrace it and they'll get tired of it. Another problem discussed here on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you have a problem today you'd like us to chat about, then get involved with the show. We are the only place, Backchannel, to listen and interact with your hosts via your device. The way to do so, if you're watching us on an Echo show, is the command say followed by your problem, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type your problem in there. But here is another one in the meantime. This is from Patrick in Illinois. Good morning,
yes.
Patrick. And
Hi,
he said,
Patrick.
is it a very small problem, this one, Allyson? Is it appropriate to approach someone I fancy at the gym?
Now that's an interesting one. The gym location is tricky because people are there to work out. They like their privacy, I'm assuming, while they work out. It's a very physical thing. So if you fancy someone at the gym, odds are then they know you've been looking at them. So it makes it a little tricky. But look, I believe love can happen anywhere. And so I don't want to discourage you from showing your interest in someone. What I would say, though, is maybe try and, like, make it so you're catching them as they're leaving when they're fully clothed. I don't suggest approaching someone at a machine or while they're in their workout wear, like, and maybe just start off trying to chat a little bit rather than directly being like, hey, I've really been noticing you. And because that's a little, so maybe just trying to catch them on their way out, like if you know their schedule, like you start off by saying, hey, I don't know exactly how you would go about it, but I feel like doing it as they're leaving is a better way of approaching it, rather than in the gym while they're working out, doing squats, being like, I've really noticed you while you do those squats. Do you want to go get a drink?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Do
So
you
I
come
don't want
here?
to discourage.
Yeah, every
You
Monday
come
I come
here
here
often.
6 till 8, and you're always looking at me. Like, yeah, it could be quite unnerving, especially if they're in a relationship, and that might make them feel uncomfortable. So like Allyson says,
Mhm.
but also they might be single and they might want to go on a date with you, but like maybe approach them, like Allyson says, as they're leaving. Maybe if there's a cafe there, do you mind if I sit with you, or get to know
Yeah.
them? And if they obviously, you can read the signs usually. Well, some people can't, can they?
No,
Leave me alone.
but
You want a drink then? No.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to discourage you. I mean, people meet at the gym. I mean, this might be a regular gym goer. You're a regular gym goer. For a lot of people, it's not creepy. Like it's just part of their life. And if you bump into somebody, but I think the first approach should definitely not be when you're in gym wear. Um, and I would suggest, maybe a coffee at the gym or something like that to keep it, a bit more.
Informal?
Yeah. Yeah, try to. I mean, again, I don't know how exactly to tell you to go about it, but that's my, don't do it in the gym. Make sure they're fully clothed. Keep it really cool. And if it doesn't go well, then just be normal, right?
And
And
change
even
gyms.
and
Change gyms.
or I was gonna say, stay away from the person while they're working out. Like, don't ever give. There's always the after effects of things. So just be wary of that. But again, hey, love can happen anywhere. It would be just as creepy, I guess, if somebody came up to you at the grocery store, but that's
Mm,
what everyone thinks happen. You bump into the love of your life at the grocery store, but if somebody came up to you and went, "Do you want to get a drink?" You would find that weird. So, I
mm.
don't wanna discourage you, but, I'm just saying find the most comfortable way to do it.
Yeah, pick your timing with that one is the way. Thank you, Patrick. But now it's time for producer Will's problem of the day.
Get in here, Will.
Ali, I've decided that I need a wig.
You want a wig? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
For when I do the agony aunt section, just so I
Oh, I
can appear
love
as an
it.
aunt. Thanks, Hayley.
Yeah.
Um,
We should get you a wig. We're gonna get you a wig then.
I'm really looking forward to the email that I get to send that says, "Hi Rob, Rob's my boss here on Backchannel. Hi
What
Rob,
I
please can I
need.
buy a wig on expenses?"
It doesn't have to be a real good one. I mean, it'd be great if it was, but we could work with something.
Yeah, like I'm willing to start small, and then eventually I can have different wigs for different
Oh,
characters, and like the different characters will give different advice. I'm really looking forward
Will,
to it.
I love it. I love it. Yay.
Anyway, let's get down
Okay,
to some problems.
let's actually do it.
This problem is from Liz. Liz is from Idaho, and here's what she had to say. I'm 25, and I'm 25 too, and have a good job as a digital media consultant. I even work with some very well-known brands.
Wow.
How do I explain what that is when my elderly grandparent asked me about my job at Christmas? What a cracking question.
Ah,
I get that
okay.
all the time. And my biggest anxiety about Christmas is when people ask me what I do for work. How
But
do you
it's
explain podcast
yeah,
producer and live stream show producer? Oh, you host a live show? No, I don't. I just produce it. Oh, what does a producer do? Oh,
yeah.
cannot be
It's
bothered.
it's it's tricky. It's tricky. Here's how I explain it to my parents because, they're in their 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I say to them, it's online radio. That's
Yeah.
how I describe it. So on the computer, it's radio, but you have to like sign up and people listen through the computer. That's
Mm-hmm.
the way that I describe it.
You have to
Um,
use words that they already understand. So it's
yes,
say
yes,
whenever I'm talking about podcasts, oh, it's a talk radio show. It's like because people know what radio is.
yep,
Most people know what on demand is. So
yep,
you do it's an on demand talk radio.
yep, yeah.
So
That's
you have to
it.
use terms that people already kind of know and understand.
Exactly. And, brands say to them like, okay, so tissues, grandma, you use Kleenex. So basically, I would find ways to make people know about Kleenex or try to
Yeah.
sell that company through computer, radio, online,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, using words they understand, I think is the best way to describe it, Will, because I'll be honest with you, Liz, once you start trying to explain it, odds are they're not going to care anymore. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. But thank you, Liz, for
Because
telling
what they
us.
really want to know is, are you happy at your job? What your grandparents, what they're asking is, are you happy at your job? Are you making enough money?
Yeah.
And
what sort of do you
like,
do? Yeah.
you know,
really. Yeah.
They don't care about your day to day, as long as you can differentiate like the field that you work in, so that when their friends ask about, like, if the friends of my grandparents friends asked them what I did for a living, which is a valid question, they would say, oh, Will works for himself on the radio, and that's fine. I'm fine with that explanation of what my job is. That's totally okay.
You could probably even say, I help to plan the radio shows so the people know what they're going to talk about. I mean, keeping it real basic. Don't talk to them like they're children. Like, all right, sit down. I'm going to explain it to you. But I love the way you said that. Use words that they can connect with, that they understand. And just, even maybe just move the conversation to that way. Will, I like that, this is the job. This is what I do. What I love about the job, why I'm so happy in the job. Take it then into more conversations like that. Because you're right, Will. That is what they want to talk about.
And you said that, and I'm really into this because I get this. This is very, this is
you. This is your life.
But this is plucked a string with me. Yeah. Plucked a string is not an expression that people use. But anyway.
It is now. I tell you, daily plucks the strings over here.
When I started out, I hated it when people asked me. But now I've done a lot of cool stuff, and I've worked with some quite interesting people, some like names that people might recognize, especially my grandparents. So if you can name drop some of the big brands that you work with. Oh, I've worked, and I know you don't work in marketing, but like, I've worked with Kleenex on their marketing. I've worked with Walmart on their marketing, that kind of thing. And then they'll be like, oh, well, so-and-so, Liz works for Walmart, or Liz has worked with Kleenex.
She does radio for Walmart.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Hi, Hayley.
Hi, Will and Allyson. What a coincidence meeting you here.
I just can't believe.
Hayley, how do you describe this? What are you doing in a place like this? How do you describe how would you describe it to your grandparents? Are your grandparents hip, or are they?
Oh no, my granddad goes, well, when are you going to get a real job? They still say that. They're like, well, you're going to get a job soon. It's like, I have a job.
It pays money.
They don't think comedy.
Because in their time, what we have to remember is that in their time, you worked for you got a job when you were 20
at a company,
and you worked there until you retired.
Yeah, exactly. It's understandable. But there we go. Thanks, producer Will.
Thanks.
Thank you, Will.
Now go and get a real job. Here we go. So we are here until 8 a.m. on Backchannel. If you would like to leave us a little review or give us your feedback from the show, you can head over to backchannel.tv and hit the leave a review button. I can't even say button. I'm doing it in French. But you can leave us your thoughts on the show and any segments that you'd like to see. You can do that there. But we have shows here all day on Backchannel, Allyson. It's not just about us.
No, adding shows as well. I think we got another one coming up too. But let the people know what's going on right now. What shows do we have on Backchannel, Hayley?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Allyson, because after us here is the Liv Harrison Show. Live every day at 8 till 10, that is. At 12 till 2, Anthony Davis is here. And at 2 till 4, Hal Rudnick is here with your pal Hal. So stick around, listen to those shows. You can dip in and out of the shows if you want to, because we are the only place you can listen, watch and interact with shows via your device. And to do so, if I haven't told you enough times already, the command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching on an Echo show, I can see me and Allyson just did a little sneeze there. Oh, so you're missing out. If you haven't got an Echo show, you're really missing out on the sneeze-related content. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv and again, you can type in whatever you'd like to tell us this morning. Stick around. We love to hear from you because it's just two women talking for 2 hours without it. And producer Will. But coming up in the next hour of the show, Allyson, do the jingle.
Dun,
In the next hour of the show, we are going to be playing a competitive game of true or false. Competitive because I make it that way. I hate to lose. We're going to be doing day number, whatever it is, of our advent calendar, where behind the door is a celebrity. But who will it be today? And we also end the show on a fun fact you can take away and tell your work colleagues if you don't want them to touch you at the water cooler anymore. That's all coming up in the next hour of the Hayley and Allyson show. Nah. Yeah, there we go. Really need to get New Year's resolution to buy some jingles for the show.
I'm heartbroken you don't enjoy my jingles.
Allyson, I do. It's just some people tune out when they are on. So it is. I'm joking.
I'm shaking my head. I looked to see who's. I was like, Singh comes back. Singh is with us again. Good morning, Singh. He loves my themes tunes. Don't comment, Singh.
Well, Allyson has been actually around before music was invented, so she's used to just singing away on her own.
I invented music. I was riding a millipede and call back to an earlier story.
I invented music. But now, Allyson, it is time for a competitive game of true or false. Me and Allyson go head to head, see who can reign supreme by winning a petty game of true or false. If you know the answers, you can get involved. Again, the command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone to type in the true or false answers. Allyson, okay, I'm going to go first today because I think you went first yesterday.
Yep, you go first. You're also winning so far this week.
Of course I am, obviously. Thank you.
Just to give you a little boost there, Sunshine, you are winning. Y'all win, baby. Yes.
Thank
All right.
you.
So first, true and false. And we do encourage you to get involved because this is the easiest game to get involved with. There's 2 answers. Take a guess. Hayley and I often guess. We don't know a lot, so these are often guesses. In fact, listening to us trying to figure out the answer sometimes is a very fun thing. So let's start it off. So, Hayley, true or false?
True or false?
Friends star Lisa Kudrow was originally cast in the sitcom Frasier. Friends star Lisa Kudrow, she knows the answer, was originally cast in the sitcom Frasier. Is that true or is it false?
I'm fairly certain that is true, Allyson, because I watch a lot of Friends shows. I've seen a lot of Friends trivia, and I'm fairly certain that she was. I think she was cast, but I don't think she actually ended up doing the part. I think.
Okay.
If you've just joined us, we're playing true or false. Friends star Lisa Kudrow was originally cast in the sitcom Frasier. I think she was cast, but I don't think she actually did the part. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I'm fairly certain I'm correct, Allyson. And if I am wrong, I'll be Googling that.
Well, this is great. So, Doug has joined us. Good morning, Doug. We're into true and false right now. So Hayley has just guessed true. She believes that the Friends star Lisa Kudrow was originally cast in the sitcom Frasier. And you are correct, Hayley. I will never question your Friends knowledge. You know a lot. It is true. She was cast as Frasier's producer, Roz, but fired after just 1 episode and replaced by Perry Gilpin.
So she was fired. I mean, I remembered that she was cast, but I didn't think she actually went. Maybe I thought she'd given up the role, but there you go.
1 episode fired. Which, honestly, here's a good example in life. Sometimes bad things happen. So I bet you Lisa at that time was like, what do you mean I'm fired? It didn't work out. Oh, what am I going to do? Thought Frasier maybe was the big break for her. And look, it was Friends. So I'm just saying sometimes the universe throws things in our way that we think is a negative thing, but it turns out to be putting us in the direction we should be going into. Sorry to make it a little pep talk, but.
No, but very good point, Allyson, because I was meant to be the host originally of the Late Late Show on New York, and I never got it. But look at me now.
Look at this. I mean,
look at me now. Sciatica and a wooden backdrop. Look at me now. I have to sleep with a leg pillow. Allyson, true or false?
I'm ready. All right.
I think you might know this one. If you're born between May the 1st and the 20th, then you're a Gemini. But is that true or is it false?
Okay. I mean, I know Geminis exist. I know it is a sign.
Well done. Yeah. Brilliant work.
I don't know the breakdowns. I believe there are horoscopes out there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to say true. I'm going with true. I'm just going to say true. Might be wrong. I don't have them all memorized. I know Pisces. I know Aquarius. I think I know Sagittarius, but I'm not sure about Gemini, but I'm going to say true, Hayley.
What star sign are you?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay, that's why you know that one. Okay, if you were born between May the 1st and the 20th, then you're a Gemini. You are saying true, Allyson. If you know and you are a Gemini and you're thinking that's not right, let us know now. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone.
But be sure it's your nice twin side that lets us know, because Geminis, they're twins.
Okay, Allyson, let's save the jokes for the stage.
Okay.
Here we go. Allyson, you said true. It is actually false. You're actually a Taurus if your birthday falls between May the 1st and the 20th.
Well, I will never forget that now.
You will never forget that, and you'll never forget the fact that you have got 0 points there. Thank you. 0 points. 0 points. 0 points. Oh, okay, my turn.
She's delirious, everyone. Singing about my failure. All right, let's keep it going along here. All right, Hayley, true or false? Emma Roberts is the daughter of Julia Roberts. Emma Roberts is the daughter of Julia Roberts. Is that true or is that false?
It's definitely false. I don't think Julia Roberts has children. Oh, or if she does, they're not famous. Emma Roberts definitely isn't. I'd be surprised if that was true. I just think they have the surname Roberts.
So you're saying false?
I'm saying false, Allyson. Yeah. Okay. You're going to be pedantic about it. False.
I'm just saying, give me the right answer. Emma, if you're out there, let us know. Are you the daughter of Julia Roberts? Just say to your device, say.
Or if it is Emma Roberts, it's not the Emma Roberts. She might just be a coincidence. Her daughter is called Emma Roberts. I need to go through all the facts just to make sure I get this right.
Yeah, this is what I mean. We talk them out, everyone. We learn as we guess. False is correct, Hayley. You're on a roll. You're killing today. Yes, it is false. Emma Roberts is actually Julia Roberts' niece.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have expected that either.
Yeah, they are related, but just not her daughter. Very interesting. I'm with you too. I don't think Julia Roberts did have children.
She does, apparently. I've just Googled it. She has 3. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even remember hearing about her being pregnant. I like that about Julia Roberts. She actually keeps some privacy, I think, when it comes to her life, because we hear a bit about Julia Roberts, but you never really hear a lot. And I always appreciate it when celebs like to keep their life private, because why wouldn't you?
There we go. Julia Roberts, lovely. I like her. She seems like a nice celebrity. Could be completely wrong though. Let us know, Julia. Get in touch with the show. Here we go. Allyson, true or false? There are over 2,500 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's if you exclude the one for me, because it doesn't exist. There are over 2,500 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but is that true or is it false, Allyson?
I'm going to say true. I feel that Walk of Fame has been around for a while. I feel there's a lot of steps involved in that Walk of Fame. I feel there's a lot of stars. I'm going to say true. I'm going true.
I'm going true. Okay, and the second question to that is name them all.
All right. A bunch of men and some women. That is my answer.
There we go. It is true. Yes, there are 2,691 stars as of 2020.
Wow.
And there you go. Hollywood Walk of Fame. And you can
are they really all stars, though? That's a lot. I mean, are we just giving away stars at this point? I mean.
Yeah, your dad's got one. Your mum, Vicky, has one. No, of course they're all stars. There's loads of stars. Anyway, there we go. True. That is true. Well done, Allyson. Give yourself a point for that.
Yay, Hayley.
We are playing true or false on the Hayley and Allyson show. Competitive, true or false? Competitive, because we make it that way. The command to give to your device, if you would like to get involved and have a little guess at true or false. Listen, there's no prizes for getting an incorrect answer, but then there's no prizes for getting a right one. It's just a little bit of fun. The command to give to your device, if you're watching on an Echo show, is the word say, the name of your device, followed by the word say, followed by your guess. Or go to backchannel.tv. You can type your answer in there. But now it's my turn, Allyson.
All right, here we go. Hayley, you're doing great today. You're on a roll. Tell me this. Dolly Parton. Oh, I think we've even talked about this in the show. So this is it. Look at you. You're so happy that I'm about to ask you that question. Dolly Parton is the godmother of Miley Cyrus. Is that true or is that false, Hayley?
Well, it is true. Because we have spoke about Dolly a lot on this show. So I know 100% that is true. She came in like a wrecking ball at that christening.
She did.
She did. It is 100% true. I'd stake my house on it. Thank you. Just you
you
don't
are
even need
right.
to reveal it. Just give me the point.
Yeah, it's right. You got the point. There you go. Dolly is very good friends with Miley's dad, Billy Ray. Achy Breaky Heart, big country hit. But did you get
Yeah,
Achy Breaky Heart?
we did
Yeah.
have Achy Break Your Heart. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Big tune.
Country isn't as popular in the UK as it is in America, actually.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not really. We have mainly ones that become mainstream. So like Country Road and things like that. But yeah, not as big, but we still enjoy it.
It's all you hear here in Calgary when you go to malls, when you walk into grocery. It's country. It's country music is played all the time. And in fact, when I moved to the UK, I used to have a lot of jokes about certain country songs and had to drop them all because some people got them, but a majority of society in the UK is like, there's no country blaring all the time. So
yeah, there we go. A little fact for you there about Calgary, Alberta. Here we go, Allyson.
Yes.
True or false? Final question. Nicolas Cage and Michael Jackson both married the same woman, but is that true or is it false? Nicolas Cage and Michael Jackson both married the same woman. True or false, Allyson?
Well,
if you're Nicolas Cage listening this morning, let us know.
Let us know. He has a new movie coming out where he plays Nicolas Cage. I can't wait to see it.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's very different. I thought the only person Michael married was Presley. Lisa Marie. Is that her name, Lisa Marie? Or anyway, Presley's daughter. True? I feel like this is a trickster question. I'm going to go true. I'm going true. I don't know the wife. I don't know which one it was, but Nicolas Cage has kind of done a lot of wild things. So yeah, I'm going to assume he married some woman that Michael married as well. True.
You're so tired now. Just true. Get it over with. True. Yeah, it is true. It was Lisa Marie Presley. You were quite right there. Well done. Get the point. So what's the score, Allyson, at the end?
So the final score is 3-2 for Hayley. Hayley Ellis wins again. That's 2 days in a row. She probably would have won Monday as well, but I wasn't there. So who did win on True?
Did you win? It was Will. Yeah, because Will writes the question, so of course he's going to get the answers right.
I thought about that. I didn't even think we're true and false. Our producer makes the questions, so making you compete against it was a little unfair.
It was unfair, Allyson. It was unfair. That's like going into a swimming race with an Olympic swimmer. But speaking of Nicolas Cage, absolutely fascinated by Nicolas Cage. In the past have spoke to your partner, Alyson's partner is a stand-up comedian called Danny, and he's a big fan of Nicolas Cage, and we were talking Nicolas Cage facts, and I've just Googled them. And Nicolas Cage has so many bizarre things happening in his life. So apparently, I've just got an article about weird facts about Nicolas Cage. A naked home intruder ate a fudgicle at the foot of his bed. Someone broke into Nicolas Cage's Orange County home. Nicolas said he opened my eyes and there was a naked man wearing my leather jacket eating a fudgicle in front of my bed. He said, I know it sounds funny, but it was horrifying. I mean, it would be horrifying if you opened your eyes as a random person naked, just wearing your coat, eating a candy bar at the edge of your bed. Apparently, he talked to the man until the police arrived.
He talked to the man till the police arrived. I like to imagine Nick being very cool, right? Too. Nicolas Cage being like, "Oh, hey, are you okay? What do you like?"
What flavor fudgicle is that? I can't even say fudgicle.
I know
a hard word. Fudgicle.
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 There you go. When you say,
I want to eat my fudgicle. All right, listen, Allyson, did you know Nicolas Cage actually bought a pyramid too?
No, but he buys all sorts of random things, so I'm not.
Does.
He loves spending his money. In fact, the show that I saw, the movie that's coming out, it's about him being broke and like being offered money to do various things. Because we always joke that Nicolas Cage will do any movie or he'll do anything so he can buy, Madame Tussauds, what he just likes buying random things. So I'm not surprised that Nicholas bought that. That's
yeah, because you're quite right. He does buy random things because apparently he accidentally bought a stolen dinosaur skull. Yeah,
How do you
apparently
accidentally?
well, I
There
presume
was
he
this
bought
guy,
a
he had a truck, he had this skull.
Do you want to buy some DVDs and a stolen dinosaur skull? Well, apparently he spent $276,000 for a Tyrannosaurus skull at a 2007 auction, but he didn't know at the time that it had been stolen from Mongolia's Gobi Desert. He was just buying, with goodwill, a dinosaur skeleton. Because obviously, do you know when you're decorating a home, you're like, do you know what? In the living room, maybe get a nicer tea. What about on the wall? Maybe a dinosaur skull from a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's crazy. And the amount of money he spends on these weird things. Well,
he bought the most haunted mansion in the world, right? So he could write a horror novel in there. He bought the L.A. Laurie Mansion in New Orleans in 2007.
And wasn't that owned by the woman who like tortured people and did?
Yeah, it was owned by a serial killer. So he thought, I'll buy that. I'll write a novel in there. But then he told Vanity Fair he didn't get too far with the novel. So imagine being his wife. He'd be like, oh, Nick, when are you going to finish these? Like, it's like the men take ages to do DIY, but it's him just going, yeah, I'm going to do this. Wow. Nicolas Cage there, absolutely.
And he's a Coppola, right? He's from the Coppola family.
What's the Coppola family, Allyson? Do tell me more.
The Coppolas.
Oh yes, I do know the Coppolas. Yes, sorry.
I was like the Coppolas. Yeah, he's a Coppola, but he changed his name to make auditioning fair because no one would know he was a Coppola then. Anyway.
Yeah, that's like me. I changed my name to Hayley Pacino, and didn't want anyone to know. Classically trained. Listen, it is almost Christmas. Did you know that, Allyson? I don't think we've mentioned it much.
Well, we're on the verge. It's almost Christmas, guys. I got the Christmas bags ready to bag up all my gifts.
And if you're bagging up gifts, what to do, then stream some Christmas songs. And in an article on foxnews.com, they have been talking about the most streamed Christmas classics of this year. And number one, obviously, no surprise, is our Mariah Carey with All I Want for Christmas Is You. So that's number one. But Ariana Grande, your favourite, she's up there at number 3 with Santa Tell Me.
I've never heard Santa Tell Me.
You will have. You definitely will have. Because it was one that was like, I haven't heard of that. And then you hear it and you're like, oh, yes, I have actually.
Yes, I have heard that, yeah.
But yeah, there's the most streamed songs. At number 10, it's Dean Martin with Let It Snow. At number 9, Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree. And Justin Bieber's in there at number 8 with Mistletoe. If you write a Christmas song, Allyson,
you're set for life.
You are set for life. And that's what we need to do on this show. We need to get you to write a Christmas classic. And we're going to do that now, Allyson.
You got to give me more than 60 seconds if you want a classic.
No, there isn't enough time, Allyson. But Allyson, we're going to give Allyson a challenge of writing a Christmas hit. Listen, I can play three keys on a keyboard. So we've got that going on. Yeah, okay. Producer Will can do percussion. And you can write the lyrics. And I reckon, and we could roll that out every year. Get that Christmas classic going, because they could literally sit on the royalty. Mariah Carey doesn't need to work again since she wrote that song.
No, I think she makes, what did we learn? She makes like 3.5 million every Christmas season. There we go.
Oh, wow. There you go. Yeah, because but we talk about the best songs a lot, but we haven't talked about the worst Christmas songs of all time. And in Rolling Stones magazine, they've done a compilation of the 20 worst Christmas songs. Do you have one, Allyson?
Yeah, well, but what's interesting is some of the worst Christmas songs were also on the best list, just so you know. Like Justin Bieber's Mistletoe has been put on the worst Christmas list song.
It's also on the best, most streamed. Well, it's not the best, it's the most streamed, and Bieber's up there in the most streamed. But number 1, according to Rolling Stone, and I've never heard this and I'm dying to hear it, so I will listen to this after the show, is Jessica Simpson featuring her sister Ashley Simpson, and they covered The Little Drummer Boy.
That's my favorite Christmas song of all time.
Well, let's destroy that. And
Listen.
after the show, you can listen to Jessica Simpson featuring Ashley Simpson, the little drummer boy.
Yeah,
They're
but does it
available.
really feature Ashley Simpson? Is she really singing? Okay, anyway, that's an
Who
old
knows?
callback
But
to...
yeah, a lot of them are just covers. So they're famous people covering like classic songs, and people are like, no, this is horrific. So Maroon 5, they covered John and Yoko's Happy Christmas War is Over. That's at number 2 on the list. And because obviously you can't cover a Christmas classic, can you?
No, you can't. You have to write your own Christmas classic, as New Kids on the Block did when they wrote the 19th worst Christmas song on the 20, Funky Funky Christmas. Everyone, I don't know if you remember New Kids on the Block, Funky Funky Christmas.
I remember New Kids on the Block. Don't remember that song. Probably blocked it out for a reason.
And looking at Mark Wahlberg, or that was Donnie Wahlberg, is quite hysterical. Wow, Jordan Knight. God, I forgot about New Kids on the Block. But don't worry, they're not the only boy group that has jumped into the making a Christmas song. Where's the other one I saw? Jackson 5. I saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus. That's on the worst list. That's a great tune.
Allyson, they did a whole Christmas album. I'll tell you what's on the list as well, and I've never heard of this one, and it's really amused me. At number 5 on the worst Christmas songs of all time was Elmo and Patsy with their song "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer." Because nothing says Christmas quite like losing your nan to one of Santa's reindeers.
To a reindeer. Yeah. I remember that song, actually. That's hilarious. I was correct. There was another boy group, NSYNC. Hit us with number 10 on the worst Christmas songs. Or, I never knew the meaning of Christmas. Thank you, NSYNC. Oh, and you should see this one. This is when Timberlake has blonde frosted highlights, everyone. Things were good in NSYNC's world there.
Bye to them. When a little NSYNC come back. Listen, if you have a Christmas song that you love, let us know what it is. Or if you have a Christmas song that you hate and everyone else loves and you're like, I can't listen to this anymore. My mum works in retail, so she hates Christmas songs because from November the 1st, they are played and played and played and played.
Literally, the moment Halloween is done, boom, into Christmas music. She's whammed Christmas. She gets that probably immediately.
Exactly that. But listen, if you want to get involved, let us know what your Christmas classic is or a song that you detest at Christmas time. The command to give to your device if you're watching on an Echo show is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, and while you're there you can leave a little review, because we've introduced a new feature called leave us a review on backchannel.tv. If you head over there, you can write a little review, let us know what you think about the show, and let us know what features you'd like to see, because listen, we want to make this show is for you, and we want to make it better for you. So let us know what you think, and leave your comments there. We would love to hear from you.
I'm not ready to move on from worst Christmas songs yet. I'm not ready to move on. There's still a couple more. We have the Pussycat Dolls, Santa Baby. I actually listened to some of this. Please don't, anyone. There's no point in you listening to that. The other one that really upset me is Do They Know It's Christmas? Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas is on this list. And it's a great tune. That tune to me is so catchy. It's so fantastic. I can't believe it's number 3 on and I was blown away by that. NSYNC's up on 19 and they're 3 closer to being one of the worst Christmas. Absolutely not. Yeah.
It depends which version, because Band-Aid, they released about 15 different versions with different celebrities, and you get different quality of celebrities as it goes along. So they start off with Bono, George Michael, and then when you get to Band-Aid 15, it's like celebrities that are no longer existing because.
And is it the same song that they just sing with?
Yeah, same song, but just different celebrities who release it. It's all for charity though, so come on, bear that in mind. Don't be critical of a song that's for charity.
Catchy. That tune is catchy, Feed the World. Come on. Once you hear that, you can't stop. It's in your head. Are we allowed to sing Christmas songs?
No. So moving on.
Won't do it.
End of segment.
We'll
not do it.
We're done now.
I've made all my Bob Geldof any more money than we already have. But listen, it is time for day number 16, or door number 16 of our virtual advent calendar door. Every day in December on the Hayley and Allyson show, we have been revealing a celebrity guest behind our virtual advent calendar door. But who is the celebrity today? We would love you to take a guess. We're going to give you 10 clues as to who the celebrity is. You can make a guess at any point. You do not lose anything, but if you do win, Allyson will be singing you a Christmas-based song, original Christmas song. What? I know, in 60 seconds, because the less time she has to write something, the funnier it is for me. So we're going to give you 10 clues. And also, our producer Will has done a game within a game this December, because every celebrity we reveal, we've been asking you to take the first initial of their name, and at the end of the December period, you will have a load of initials that you can decipher to make 3 different Christmas words. It's like the Da Vinci Code, but festive. So the letters we've had so far, we're just going to do a little recap because we understand that people can't make the show every day. Why not? Because it's early. But here are the initials we've had so far. So the celebrities we've had so far behind our virtual door are Rihanna, so that is the initial R. Adam Levine, the initial A. Luke Evans, the initial L. Stay with me, Allyson, because I've still got 42 more.
Dan Levy, the initial D. I'll take a few. Nicki Minaj, the initial N. Uma Thurman, the initial U. Harry Styles, the initial S. Sarah Paulson, the initial S. Harry Styles is H. Sorry, H, not S. Harry Styles is H. Go on. You go back to this. You're better, Hayley.
Allison's like, what year is it?
Q for Harry Styles.
Can we just let you know it's very early where Allyson is, so she's at home in Canada, and it's about 5 a.m. there, and she's been up since 2, so she's slightly delirious. So I'll take over. She gets to 6 o'clock and she can't spell. We had Olivia Colman, a letter O. Freddie Mercury, a letter F. Ed Sheeran, a letter E. Dolly Parton, the letter D. Niall Horan, the letter N. RuPaul, the initial R. And Paul Rudd was yesterday's celebrity, the initial P. But who is the celebrity behind our virtual advent calendar door today? And we're going to give you a series of clues now. Make your guesses at any point. Get involved with the show. So here we go. This celebrity, Allyson, was born in 1971. How old were you then?
I was a young 52.
52. This celebrity was born. If you don't have an Echo show, you can't actually see how young Allyson is, and that is just a joke because everyone's like, "How old is she?" She was born in 1971 in New York. She's 50. I didn't know that because she looks really good for 50, this celebrity. And she's a Scorpio. But who is this celebrity? Allyson, give us another clue.
Her major breakout performance was when she starred in the Broadway musical Rent, such a good musical. She actually originated the role of Maureen Johnson, for which she got a Tony Award nomination in 1996. So a singer. She's obviously a very good singer. She played the role of Elphaba. How do I say it correctly? I always say it wrong.
Elphaba
in the Broadway musical Wicked. Again, phenomenal. She's been in some amazing musicals, this little singer. She's phenomenal. And in January of 2003, she married actor Taye Diggs, and the two were together for a little over a decade. So in a Hollywood marriage, that's like 4 lifetimes. Well done,
Very
you two.
Impressive. Got a little bit of a soft spot for Taye Diggs, me. But anyway, this celebrity was born in 1971. Stacey said 1973. Is that when you were born, Stacey? Was that your year of birth? Do you know who this celebrity is, Stacey? Let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say. She's been in lots of musicals. She's won lots of Tony Awards. Elphaba in Wicked. That's one of my favourite musicals of all time. So good. They're making that into a film. So please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin the film. So here we go. Another clue. She has a reoccurring role as Shelby Corcoran on Glee, which is Rachel's biological mother. I can see that because they do have a look of each other, don't they?
Yeah. They do, 100%.
Yep. She won an Oscar and Grammy. Here's the big clue. Okay, if you don't get it from this, she won an Oscar and Grammy for Let It Go. But who is it? If you're John Travolta, you probably won't get it right. The command to give to your advice is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and type it in that way. Who is the celebrity? She won an Oscar and Grammy for Let It Go. Allyson, any more clues?
Yeah, she won a Tony Award for Wicked, the musical. She released a Christmas album in 2019 called Christmas, A Season of Love. Lovely. She was the first person with both a Billboard Top 10 hit and a Tony Award for acting. Well done. And she is most well known for playing Elsa in the Frozen movies. We literally have basically told you who it is.
We've told you who it is, but who is it? We need you to say it. We've got a message in from John Travolta. He has guessed Adele Dazeem. Unfortunately, that is not correct, John. It's not Adele Dazeem. Why would you say that at the Oscars at the one time? It's a big, huge moment. But who is it? Listen, take a guess. If you don't know who it is, take a guess because you'll still win. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show and can see my hair becoming more and more horrific during the 2 hours
It's just
we've been
staticky. It's just that one side is a little, that's fun.
It's very Einstein is the word.
It's starting to stand up on its own. It's like, I know the answer.
All right. Thanks, Allyson.
You're welcome. You can make fun of my fringe. It's out of control.
Allison's fringe, honestly, is great for if you were ever caught in the rain, you could just stand underneath that. You'd never get caught out.
That was really good. That was really
Thanks,
good,
Allyson.
Hayley. You're quick on the insults. I'll remember that next time.
Well, you can go to backchannel.tv, type your answer in there. But who is the celebrity? She is well known for playing Elsa in the Frozen musicals. If you've got a child, they'll know the answer and they'll be screaming it right now. She's been in so many musicals. She released a Christmas album in 2019. She's won many Tony Awards. She played Elphaba in Wicked. In the Broadway musical. She used to be married to Taye Diggs, and she also played the role of Shelby Corcoran on Glee, which is Rachel's biological mother. We'll give you 10 seconds to get your answer in, and you could win a Christmas song from our lovely Allyson June Smith today. We're going to give Allyson 4 Christmas words, and she has to put them into a song. But what is the song going to be, Allyson?
We don't know. We don't know what the song's going to be because we don't know the words.
You sounded like
know.
Some sort of US gangster then. We don't know.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We're excited.
Okay. We are excited. And we'll give you 10 more seconds to get your guesses in. Most well known for playing Elsa in Frozen. John Travolta famously got her name wrong. Adele Dazeem. No, it's not. But who is it? Shall we reveal now, Allyson?
We shall, but you say it because I think you have better pronunciation of this name than I do.
The celebrity in question was Idina Menzel. Of course, it was the fantastic Idina Menzel, best known for Elsa in the Frozen movies, but also known by Broadway fans for her phenomenal range.
And I mean, beautiful voice. She's such an amazing singer. There are just sometimes you hear people sing and you're like, oh yeah, you were put on this planet to sing. Other people, you're like, well, you're Ashley Simpson. So, it all depends.
There we go. Stacey said she will help out with our Christmas song. Well, thank you, Stacey. If you'd like to... So what we do now is we call a segment called Hayley Annoys Allyson. And what we do in that segment is I make Allyson sing a Christmas song. We give her 4 words that she has to put in this song. And we make her write it in an unreasonable amount of time. 60 seconds is what she has. So, Stacey, if you'd like to suggest a word or 2 words, Stacey, that you'd like Allyson to put in her song, do so now. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're listening and you think, hang on, I want to give Allyson a song, then do. The more difficult, the more amusing it is for me. You can, like I say, the command, if you're watching us on an Echo show, is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv and type your word in there. Do that, and Allyson will give you 60 seconds. Producer Will, while we're waiting for these to come through, we'll give you a word each as well, Allyson.
Great.
Producer Will, here he is. You just do your word, Will, while I think of one.
Yeah, I was hoping that we could do that the other way around. I think the word is turkey.
Turkey.
A
Great.
festive Christmas turkey.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with, I'm just looking up most difficult words to rhyme.
That's good of you.
Yeah. Silver.
Silver, yeah.
Festive as well.
Yeah, festive. Stacey, if you want to get your words in now, we can use them in the song. So far, she's got turkey and silver. She's already cracking away. Why don't you use the word Stacey? Stacey, do you mind if we use your name in a song? There we go. We'll have Stacey, and we'll just wait a few more seconds to see if we get any more words in while I Google difficult words. Producer Will, what are you up to for the rest of the day?
Well,
Oh my goodness. It's kind of my last full day before I finish tomorrow, and I'm very excited about that.
I'd just like to hold you there a minute, Will, because Stacey has said Christmas turkey. So we've got the word Christmas in there as well. So you've got the words Christmas, turkey, silver. Is that all we've given you, Allyson?
Well, we've got turkey, silver, Stacey, Christmas.
Okay,
so
brilliant.
that is 4 words. Okay,
you've got 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Sorry, Will. You're excited to finish for Christmas? Is that what you mean?
I am. I'm also excited for Allison's lyrical genius.
I mean, I am too, because I don't know what she's going to do with those words. Thank you, Stacey. She said we can use her name in the song. Brilliant. So Allison's crack away with that. So we'll crack on with that one. Producer Will, let us know what you're up to for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so I've got, oh my goodness, so much to do. Oh my God, I'm helping out on Liv's show after this.
Brilliant. You're producing on Liv.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with Liv after this, so that'll be nice. And then yeah, just looking finishing off the plan for tomorrow's show, which is all about Christmas.
Christmas related show.
So usually,
give me 2 seconds, Will. Do bear with me. I'm just going to pop up for 2 seconds. But while I do, you can just tell us what's coming up in tomorrow's show.
Oh my God. Okay, I can do that. So on the show tomorrow, this is Hayley and Allison's last big show before Christmas. So I've tried to really cram it with as much Christmas content as I possibly can. So we've got some news stories, we've got some Christmas news stories, all kinds of stuff. We're talking about robots that can cook your Christmas dinner. We're talking about your face was really big. We're talking about a neighborhood that dressed up their houses like quality streets for Christmas.
Producer Will, sorry to interrupt. Allyson, Stacey's just come through with a last minute word as well. Can we have the word bells?
No.
Yes.
No. Sorry, Stacey. I'll try, but I've started to put in, we established the 4 words. I'll see what I can do here, Stacey. I get a few more seconds for that.
Let's listen, Stacey. Look, she takes her art very seriously. So that's all coming up tomorrow, is it, Will?
Yeah, that's right. We've got a Christmas themed 1-star movie review. So somebody, can you believe it, has left a Christmas movie 1 star.
I can't believe that, because that is not the spirit of Christmas, is it, Will?
I know. And I think you should do all Christmas themed characters for tomorrow's 1-star movie review.
Oh, as we're reading them.
Yeah. Because it's festive. And then I'll be putting your like Christmas traditions or just like Christmas knowledge to the test in a Christmas themed true or false.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know. Tomorrow's show
I'm going to do a bit of studying tonight, because I hate to lose, especially on Christmas. But then after the Christmas show tomorrow, will you be going back home to Yorkshire?
So tomorrow I finish at my last thing in my calendar tomorrow is at 3:00. So I said to my dad, come pick me up 3:01. Come and get me.
Ah, bless him. What's your dad's name?
Peter.
Shout out to Peter there, representing.
Pete, if you meant. Or Pete Loaf, if you want to get a bit chummy.
Pete Loaf?
They don't call him. Yeah, it's like a meatloaf, but it's Pete Loaf.
Oh, that is embarrassing. Pete Loaf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's embarrassing being around him. So you kind of got to...
You got to embrace a Pete Loaf. Is that because he's got long hair?
No.
Okay. Brilliant. Let us know what your parents' nicknames are by just saying to your device. Say, Allyson, how are you getting on with the song? Please, you've had a lot of time, Allyson.
I know, but I got bells thrown in last minute. I'm almost done. I just need one. I just need my closing line. I just need my closing line.
All right, Allyson. I mean, I don't think you see Lennon McCartney going, "Oh my God, I got something thrown in." You don't see that, do you? Paul McCartney just goes, "What's that? 2 words. I'll put them in a song." And wrote "Hey Jude." So, Allyson, I think I worry about you as an artist sometimes.
You know what?
Your integrity is questionable. Have you finished?
No, I'm not.
Hayley, whilst we let Allyson finish off, you're still on vacation. What else have you got coming up?
So we're going to a pantomime. We're going to a pantomime. If you live in the US, I'll explain what a pantomime is. It's a very cheesy show.
Oh no, it isn't.
That's one of the phrases that they say in panto. It's a very cheesy show, usually with some soap stars and various people off TV. In this one, there isn't, because it's on site, so they're just people who finished drama school. But the kids love it. The kids are here for it, so we're going to watch that. It's Beauty and the Beast, otherwise known as Hayley and Allyson. Oh, is she? Done.
I'm done. I got it.
You looked a bit proud of yourself there, Allie, when you were
This
finished.
is
You looked
hard.
very proud of yourself.
I hope we get a kick out of this. All right, here we go.
Here we go. So, just to do a little recap, thanks, producer Will. Just to do a recap, we give Allyson the task of writing a Christmas song with words in. Allyson, words were?
The words were turkey, silver, bells, Stacy, Christmas.
Oh, 5 words. Okay, Allyson. Here we go. Take away Alyson's Christmas song.
Okay, here we go.
I'm excited.
I haven't worked on the tune. The tune kind of happens as I go. So here we go, everyone. I'm excited to eat Christmas turkey and drink with my parents till my vision is murky. Then I'll dance around and shake my silver bells and buy all the gifts the shop sells. It's been fun singing to Stacy. Hope my lyrics are never too racy.
Brilliant, Allyson. Brilliant. Great.
I'm happy with that one. Yeah, I'm almost happy with that one.
She's ecstatic with that one. Far too happy for what it actually was.
Shake my silver bells. Come on, everyone.
Well done, Allyson. There you go. Thank you very much, Stacey, for giving us some words for the song there. If you'd like to leave us a review, don't do it after that.
No, don't. And also, just a quick little shout out. Thanks, Stacey. You always come at this time of the day. You always like to be a part of the song. I mean, maybe you're just forced to. I don't know. But Stacey, I'm so grateful that you've joined us at this. Because if it wasn't for you, I mean, you've been the inspiration for a lot of my songs. So thanks a lot, Stacey.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Good morning to you. And thank you for taking part. Also, thank you to everyone who's listening to the show today. We are back tomorrow for our final Christmas show of the week. We've got a fun-packed show. Please do join us. We're going to have loads of laughs tomorrow. We're here 6 a.m., but Alyson's got to get up at 2 a.m. in Canada. So never mind. But we are here 6 till 8 a.m. Join us. We have shows here all day on Backchannel, though. Like I say, producer Will is producing Liv Harrison's show next. So he is here with Liv Harrison, 8 till 10. And then it is the Anthony Davis show, 12 till 2. And at 2 till 4, Hal Rudnick is here. If you would like to leave us a review, and please do so. It's always important to get your feedback on what you think of the show. Do not comment on the songs. I make her do it. The website is backchannel.tv and you can hit the leave a review button there. So almost the time for the end of the show. We'd like to end the show on a fun fact. Like you can, well, I say fun. It's just a fact you can take away and tell anyone who will listen to you. And the fun fact today is the longest wedding veil. And I think producer Will's put a wedding related fact in.
Of course, he has just to rub it in. They like to rub it in. Yeah.
Our partners do not ask. Do you know what happened the other day, Allyson? I forgot to tell you this.
So, he got down on one knee and then he tied a sneaker. No, go on.
Oh, well, almost. So we're on a little vacation. We're in a holiday cottage, and I come out the bathroom. Bear in mind, I've got my partner's sister and her husband staying here with their 2 kids as well. I come out the bathroom. There was a little box with a little bow on top of it on the counter.
Oh no!
Yes,
wow.
I opened it up. Inside a pencil sharpener. It's from. I'm not joking. It was one of the kids. One of my sister-in-law's kids had brought that with them. So that was real fun.
Could you imagine though that had been his way of asking you? He's not there, whatever, just left the ring on the counter. Oh my God, I do. Yeah. But
it was a pencil sharpener. Wow. So there you go. But here's our random fact for today. The longest wedding veil was the same length as 63.5 football fields. How did she have a wee with that attached? So, Maria Perez-Vesca, a woman from Cyprus, she got married in August 2018. Her goal wasn't just to say, I do. She was almost determined to set a record. And she said, my dream as a child has always been to break the Guinness World Record for longest veil. And she fulfilled her dream, Allyson, by wearing a lace veil. Sorry, I thought it said a face veil. I was going to say, that's really long for a face. A lace veil that stretched to 22,843 feet and 2.11 inches, or as long as 63.5 football fields. I feel sorry for a bridesmaids having to carry that, don't you?
Oh my God, there'd be a lot of bridesmaids. Do you have that many friends? Like, did you plan that in your life? You're like, I only have one friend. She's really strong though. She's Hayley. She's got strong legs, so she can carry the veil.
Or her arms as strong as her legs. Imagine that. You're like, oh, by the way, you have to make sure this does touch the ground. What? I mean, it's
You'd have to like requisition or order that veil a long time in advance, I would imagine. It'd be like before you even had proposed, you'd be like, start making the veil in 10 years.
I mean, it'd be great for social distancing because you would be nowhere near the bride if you were on the end of that veil.
Stay one wedding veil away from one another.
You'd be in a different continent. But there you go, Maria. Producer Will, can you get a picture up of that? I'd love to see it. If we can see it, yeah. Do let us know. It's nice to see what other people's weddings look like when we're not going to have one of our own. But while Producer Will is getting that photo up, Allyson, what are you up to for the rest of the day? You're going to go and see your family today. It's exciting.
Today, this evening, at around supper time, dinner time, I will be emerging out of the basement to see people. I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm going to see my parents and my uncle and my sister. So that'll be lovely. I'm sure we'll have a couple of glasses of fizz to celebrate the reuniting of us all together. And then I will be in bed by 8 p.m. so I can get up for 2 p.m. again.
Producer Will, you look concerned. Is there no photographic evidence of this veil?
No, there's loads.
Okay.
This is just what my face looks like, babes.
Okay. Oh, wow. So if you're on an Echo show, we can see that veil, and it's sort of like she's got toilet paper stuck to her leg. And
it does look like she has toilet paper stuck to her leg. Wow.
Yeah, a longest wedding veil. I mean, that is insane.
Look at him, her husband.
Her husband looks mortified.
Brought this idea up. All right.
I'd be worried about standing on it.
That's the thing, isn't it? You worry about standing on a dress anyway. Her poor husband looks scared stiff. He was like, listen, I asked you to marry me. I didn't ask you to set a world record. But there she is. Maybe we can set the next one, Allyson, of the world's longest relationship without a proposal. We can do that.
Oh, I just read a little thing on that when you were showing the pictures. It said the hardest part was finding a factory that could produce all the lace. So I was right.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Look, there's no one at just those pictures. There was no one there. There didn't look like there was any food or drink. All the money went on the lace. All the money went on the lace.
Well, listen, guys, unfortunately, there is no buffet because we spent it on.
But look at this.
lace.
Look at the veil. Look at the veil, everyone. Yeah.
I really feel like the novelty would very quickly wear off.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be happy with that. I mean, I struggle as it is just wearing heels, let alone with a big old veil on like that. But well done, Maria. Maria, if you are listening, let us know what you did with that veil afterwards in the wardrobe.
Yeah. Or do you recycle it? Have you given it to brides around the world? Or what are you going to do with that? I do hope you recycle it and give it to more people. Give it to people who maybe can't afford a full wedding. You're like, don't worry, I got your veil covered. I got your veil covered.
You can just chop off bits of the veil and give it out to randomers, your children. It's funny because I went to university with somebody with that exact same name, Maria Paraskiva, and I was like, wait, is that her? Has she got? Because we're not friends anymore. I was like, oh my god, is that her? Did she get married? Did she set a world record? But then I went and looked at the pictures and no, it was somebody else.
Not
I was
her.
like, that is very much something that she would do.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening, Maria, get involved. Let us know. I'd love to hear what you did with that dress. So, as I say, we're back tomorrow with our Christmas Bonanza. Producer Will is off home to Leeds afterwards, so he'll be very, very excited. And he's off now. He's off now because he's like, I've got to go and produce Liv Harrison's show. She's coming up next. Thank you, everyone who's listened today. We do really appreciate your support here on the Hayley and Allyson show. And like I say, we're here every day, Monday to Friday, except for Friday this week because it's almost Christmas time.
Let's be honest, though, next week, too, we also are not going to be on Monday and Tuesday.
Listen, don't ruin people's Monday, Tuesdays, Allyson. They're looking forward to seeing us. But yeah, we're not here. They are holidays in the UK, which myself and Allyson are usually based. So we're going to be doing some family things.
So tomorrow is our last big show for a few days anyway, guys. So please do join us. Christmas themed. I've got my Christmas jumper ready.
Have you?
Yeah, do you have some sort of Christmassy thing? I know you're at the cottage, so it's hard.
I will now. I'll make sure I dig out something Christmas related. Thanks, Allyson, for that extra pressure.
I think it's important. It's
for
our
the festive series.
You're welcome. You're away from home. You didn't plan. What are you going to wear?
Yeah. Thanks,
Will,
Allyson.
do you have something Christmassy planned? Do you have something Christmassy like that you're going to wear, or
he'll wear
it's radio,
pajamas.
So it's very important.
I've been wearing these Christmas pants every day.
So will you do the show standing on your head so we can see?
Yes, I will. Yeah. No, but I also have a Christmas jumper that I spent ages took Well, they took ages to get delivered, so I'll pop that on as well. It'll be Christmassy as heck.
That's great.
Well, there you go. You've got that to look forward to. I'm off to my child's pantomime this afternoon. She's not in it. We're going to watch a pantomime of Beauty and the Beast. That'll be fun. I'll report back on how bad that is tomorrow in tomorrow's show. And yeah, listen, have a wonderful day today, whatever it is you are doing. If you have anything you'd like us to discuss tomorrow on tomorrow's show, then give us a shout out. If you want us to talk about Christmas songs, if you want us to talk about Christmas films, then anything holiday related for tomorrow's big Christmas bonanza, let us know now. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv. But we will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Join us then and check out all the other shows on Backchannel throughout the day today. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.